Minecraft. Everybody knows this game. But what would Minecraft be like if it was a 2D game? Let's find out. But there is one problem. To make a 2D game, you probably should know how to make a 2D game. I have never made one before. The only games I made are Cube Go Forward following a Breakcase tutorial and I guess that's it. But let's be optimistic. Nowadays there are a lot of AI tools out there, and using it should make the progress easy. First off, let's start by creating a Unity project, and we're calling it Minercraft. Totally original idea. Then we will add a sphere to the game, which will be our Steve. Then we will add a player control, of course. Now we need graphics. Luckily to us, Minecraft graphics are just blocks. We can resize them and get smaller blocks. Also, I'm going to use a tile map system. If you don't know what tile map is, it is basically using tiles to draw a map, like tiles in this picture. But in our case, tiles will be Minecraft blocks. And just like that, we can now draw an environment with blocks. Cool. Then I recreated and animated our player, which was easy because his movement is just a rotation of fat, blocky body parts. Then I wrote some code that makes his head look at a mouse, which works perfectly fine. Now we need to implement the ability to break and put blocks, which should be easy and done maybe in 1-2 hours.
One day later.
I was wrong, that definitely took more than that, but it finally works. But I don't recommend putting a block under yourself, or you will be trapped in the environment. You might say that this is a bug, but we don't use that word in this channel. Instead, we call it a feature. Also, I guess this is how fourth dimension works. Or probably not. Anyway, to make the game look more juicy, I created a running and a breaking effect using Unity's particle system. This is how it looks. Then I made a block to drop a block when you break that block so you can collect a block. It is hardly seen and merges with the environment, and I need to fix that, but I don't know how, which means
in order for you, a useless bag of bones and meat, to make items more visible so they don't merge with the background, you can add a white outline, which can be done with shaders.
Shaders? What's the shaders?
Outlines can be used in both 2D and 3D games. To emphasize a new property and name it, we'll drag this text create a UV node and connect it to a sample set.
Channel, and we're going to take this into
Or if you are dumb, you can just simply duplicate an item behind, scale it, and set another color to it.
Which is exactly what I have done. Yeah. The game looks almost finished. I just have to add an inventory system, enemies, create a map, add a life management, a crafting system, and the nighttime lighting. Okay, maybe it's not almost finished. That's why it's time to create an inventory system so you can collect and use your items. If you didn't know, inventory systems are pretty hard to make, which makes it fun. That's a joke. I wanna die. Anyway, the job is done. I also made the player hold a selected item in his hand. Now you can switch between different items from your inventory, like dirt or a sword. But what's the point of having a sword if you have no one to hit with it? So I started to creating a zombie mob, which is simply Steve but green, with black eyes and probably really stupid, which he is because currently he is just a picture. So we need to write him a high-tech smart AI code. This is going to be a tough one. And it's done. Let's see. It was fun for a while until I started fixing the issue. I spent 1 day fixing him. Sometimes it double jumps over a wall, or sometimes can't even jump over one block. Then on the next day I wake up and asked myself who wrote this code. He's really dumb. So I fixed it and it now works fine. To be honest, I have no idea how I did that. It just started working, and if it works, don't touch it. Okay, it's the final day. I have plenty of work to do. In Minecraft, when a player gets hit, he is thrown back, usually into lava. To implement that in a game, I wrote a simple code that applies instant force upwards to the player. Let's see. Whoops, little too much. Also in the original game, when you get hit, you become red for a second. And here's how it looks like in my game. I'm pretty happy how it turned out. Also, I realized killing some zombies can be relaxing. Anyway, the fighting system is done. Now it's time to add hearts to the game. By editing magic, boom! It's done. The next in the list is orange juice. After drinking a real energy drink, I made a day and a night shift. Now at night time it gets really dark. But don't worry about that, because I also added a working torch. By the way, before starting this game, I planned to make a craft system, which could add interesting gameplay to the game, but we are running out of time, so plans have been changed. Instead, I made chests that will drop a certain item. You would need to find them to progress in the game. But don't be upset, I made that you can craft a torch by pressing F. You might ask why F? Maybe because F stands for a flashlight, and torch is kinda a flashlight of all times. I don't know. Also, to craft a torch, you will need enough resources in your inventory, like coal and wood. Now, one of you might say, but you need a stick to craft a torch, not a wood. For that, I will say that you're totally right, but that's in Minecraft, and currently you're seeing is Minercraft. Here, torches are made from big fat wood, you piece of. Okay, the game is almost done, but it looks flat. That's because it needs sounds. So I added them, and here is the result. I also created a world and placed chests all around it. And we're done. Introducing you to Minercraft. Of course, it is not the same as Minecraft. It is almost the same, just needs hundreds of items more and maybe hundreds of mobs more. But anyway, the main difference is probably the goal of the game. In the original game, it is to fight a dragon.
Oh, I got two after me, no! You got it! You got it!
In this game, the goal is to mine a diamond as fast as possible. My record is
almost 4 minutes.
You can download this game and try it yourself, maybe beat my record. The link for the game in the description. Keep in mind that the game is bad and there is a lot of bugs, features. Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope you had fun and smiled. If not, smile right now. And bye.